Before you get into this industry, you need to like be content with who you are as a person. Hi, my name is Matthew Burke. I am a communications major at Colby Sawyer College, and I'm from Milford, Connecticut. I've had like family and friends tell me that I should be doing it like my entire life. When I was younger, me and my sister went into the city, New York City. She was probably 16 or 17 at the time. I was only like 10, and this woman approached my sister and her boyfriend and said, "Excuse me, ma'am, is that your son?" She was like, "No, that's my brother." And she hands her card. She's the VP for Ralph Lauren, and says, "We would love to get some shots of him. If you could like email us back, that would be like awesome." I was in like 3rd grade and I was already like getting some experience. Like growing up, I'm like, if you could do it then, like you can do that in the future. The biggest challenges with this process was definitely finding an agency that fit what I needed, but at the same time was like there on a personal level. I recently got signed with Hello Models in New York. They are great, they're very personable, but I first started getting into it last summer, and I was doing open calls with agencies that were just like looking at you like a small fish in a big pond kind of thing. So it would have been very hard to keep like a close personal relationship with the agent, the agency, the director, the photographers, with clients, all of that. The agency I'm signed with now, when I first went to the open call, we were just like discussing like the contract, we were discussing like the different types of bookings and like shoots that I'd be doing, the clients I'd be working with. And then we start talking about like my fitness routine, my skincare routine, and he roasts me. He says, okay, so the morning of, I put on like self tanner just because like I wanted to like look like I had some color. I'd also shaved that morning, and right here I got like a little bit irritated, so there were like some red bumps that I had to cover up, but like they were still like, you could see them if you were close up. And when we started talking about skincare, he said, "So what do you use that makes you look like a red potato?" Hello people, welcome to my room. It is currently 9:35. I'm about to do my nightly skincare routine. So I recently signed up for a Birchbox subscription, which is basically you get 5 like high-end skincare products, grooming products, for $10 a month. You get samples of them. And in my last one, I got these really good face wipes from Ursa Major. I usually just do like my face really quick. I'll do like the back of my neck, under my jaw. My dermatologist prescribes me a topical lotion for the day and the night. You have to shake it really well before you use it. And then you just rub that all in. I avoid the eye area with this just because it is mostly for acne. What I use to wash my face, I use the seaweed cleansing soap. It has little chunks of this brown bark almost that helps like exfoliate your face. I usually like to spray it about 6 to 8 times on my face. It depends on how dry I am.
Air dry for a little bit.
The spray that I use is to keep my face hydrated, but also to give me like a natural highlight. Something that I really appreciate about the Mario Badescu skin line is that not only is it paraben free, it's cruelty free, which means that they don't test any of their products on animals. This is a aloe moisturizer. I'll usually put about this much on my forehead. Streakiness from the moisturizer. Another really good sample that I got from one of my Birchboxes is a really good under eye cream. My final and favorite product. So essentially what this is,
besides being the elixir of life,
is it's basically an acne spot treatment. After my face looks like this, I know that I'm in for the night and my nighttime skin routine is finished. I really hope you guys enjoyed seeing how I like to take care of my skin and the different things that I like to do to spice it up a little bit. The most fun thing about the whole thing, I think, is just like when I went into the city last week to get like my portfolio done for the first time, and it was just so cool. I was shooting for like 7 hours. They put me in like 10 different outfits. We were just like running back and forth. It was crazy, like up between the roof to like the studio to the street. It was so cool. That kind of like bougie aspect to it is like really fun. My favorite part of it, I think, is just being able to like express myself and like being able, now that I'm signed with an agency, like being able to get the way I express myself like out there to other people. My biggest role model, I really like Naomi Campbell. I don't have the same personality at her at all, but she's crazy. She's like definitely like one of the like top dogs in modeling, and she like knows how to get her shit done. Have I met any other models? Yes. I went to Miami for spring break and I met up with a few models down there. I met a few when I went in last week to get my portfolio taken through my agency. They were all really nice, really cool, down to earth people, so it's good to know that like models aren't like what people think they are. I mean, most of the time, or I would hope most of the time, but they were just like really normal, like nice people. The main steps of this process, so I first got into it last summer. I live only like an hour and a half train ride from the city, so it's like a pretty easy commute, which I'm very grateful for. The first step is, I would say honestly, send in online submissions first. I would say to do that before anything. After you do that, or after I did that, I looked up all the open calls in New York that I could attend that I'd filled out online submissions for. After that, you go in and you attend open calls. I went to maybe 4 or 5 last year, and then before I got signed this year, I went to like 8. So it takes a while before you like find an agency that like really fits for you. I was probably waiting for like a year and a half between the time I first got into it until I got signed. Trust the process, get back up there. Also, new drinking game, take a shot every time I say trust the process. Oh my god. Modeling has opened so many doors already, and I haven't even like started getting into it yet. Something that I've always struggled with, especially since coming to college, is financial security. With this, like, it's gonna help dramatically. Like, it's not that I'm in it for the money, but like the fact that like I can get paid to do this is just like such an amazing feeling. Networking connections, you can meet amazing, such influential, powerful, like iconic people like through this industry. I got offered like 8 jobs already. Like, I'm already going to be working a lot when I get back home, and we were looking through like job listings and stuff for the rest of the summer, and I play tennis at school, and they have a Nike tennis campaign that like I might be able to be a part of, so that would be a huge opportunity. My favorite tennis memory was being told that I'd be able to continue playing in college. Just felt like very rewarding knowing that that many years of hard work had been put in for something. When did I start playing tennis? My parents signed me up for a camp that they ran every summer. I asked my parents if I could just do like full tennis that summer after like a week, and they were like really about it. Do I like being part of a team? I definitely love the guys like on my college team. It can be annoying and it can be disappointing at times because you could be having a really good day and other people on your team might not feel the same way. You could lose like as a result, and that could kind of like frustrate you, or vice versa. You could be having a bad day and then you feel that pressure. Does tennis keep me in shape? Yeah, definitely. I think that it set a very good foundation for my athleticism and like my body shape. I've been playing consistently over the last 12 plus years. Each year it kind of just like improves on itself. If I wasn't doing modeling, I think that I would want to do something in social media or advertising, marketing. Like I said, political journalism, that could be really cool. I mean, school comes first 100%. Like right now, modeling is just like a part-time thing. If it gets like to the point where I could do it full-time, I think that could be a really cool opportunity. After graduation, I plan on just like either working with modeling for a year after, see how that goes, and then like decide after that what I want to do with my life. I definitely want to get the hell out of New England. I don't know if I'll be able to do that though, because like I'm signed with an agency in New York. I definitely want to end up like somewhere warm in the future. My top school is in Florida, so I've always wanted to like live there. Gym goals, like I'm trying to get bigger, like My workout routine, I usually try to stretch for 10 to 15 minutes in the beginning. Depending on if it's upper body or lower body, I'll do the Stairmaster for 10 minutes if it's upper body, so I get some stuff in for my legs for that day. If I'm doing lower body, I'll do the row machine for 10 minutes in the beginning. I go machine to machine, some lifting. Yoga is a really big component in my life now. Stretching is extremely important. For me personally, I was like working towards getting to 190 pounds. I've been like working a lot harder this semester, making sure that like I'm living a healthier lifestyle, getting to sleep on time, keeping stressful components of my life like as much away from me as possible. It's important to work out because you want to be like the healthiest, strongest version of yourself like that you can be. There's so many different ways you can like work out, so it's just about finding like what works for you. I think that having to be skinny to be a model is so unrealistic nowadays. That's not the body image set for anyone. Like society, I feel like that's all changed like within the last few years, like dramatically. I think that's like the biggest thing that people associate with the industry is that you have to have a certain waistline number to be able to get jobs, to get signed, stuff like that.